Hello and happy Christmas on this 10th day of the Christmas feast. Today is the feast of Sophia. And so Sophia means wisdom, and the scriptures that I kind of suggested for us come from the book of Proverbs, where it talks about wisdom, and wisdom in the Hebrew there is Sophia. And I chose this as a way, one, to help balance out. We have the Logos from yesterday, which is this creative life force. And then we have here this Sophia in Proverbs, which is also divine wisdom. But her role is more of one constraining. She draws the circle over the deep, and she kind of sets the limits of the foundations of the earth, so to speak. And so balancing yesterday with kind of wisdom or logic, logos yesterday being this creative life force, and today wisdom, Sophia, being this life-giving constraint. So if you've done anything creative, you know that you need both a balance of kind of freedom and energy and initiatory impulse, and you need constraints, you need limits. And so as we reflect on Sophia, I think there's a lot we can say about her, about wisdom, about divine wisdom. And one of the things that strikes me is in this passage of Proverbs, she is the structure, the structurer and the structure. And I believe this invites us to think about how our lives are structured. How do we set our routines? How do we draw the parameters, the lines around what we think about, what we consider? And so I think the first thing that Sophia gives us wisdom for is for thinking about our structures, thinking about our routines, thinking about our habits. And not just ours, but the world. So she might invite us to reconsider how we structure the world. Do we have just life-giving, right relationships with each other? And so Sophia, whom we're celebrating today, is that life-giving constraint, right? I mean, we wear seatbelts when we drive cars, and we have regulations and limits to help give us life. And that is what we're celebrating today. That is what I invite you to reflect on, to discern as you continue to nurture the life given to you, the gifts of God within you. That also, with those gifts, with that creativity, you need the help of some type of constraint or limitation or structure. And so that's what I invite you to reflect on today, and that we celebrate how that these constraints, these limitations, these structures can be life-giving when they are filled with a spirit of love, a spirit of creativity, a spirit of openness and possibility. So, Merry Christmas. Happy 10th day of Christmas. We're nearing Epiphany. Go in peace.